Once upon a time, in a small village called Lustland, there lived a woman named Eve. Eve was known for her beauty and sensuality, and it was said that she had an insatiable appetite for sex. The women of Lustland, however, were not like Eve. They could live without sex, and in fact, they believed that it was a necessity for a woman to control her desires. Eve's constant craving for sex was seen as a taboo in the village, and she was often shunned by the other women. The men, on the other hand, were intrigued by her and would often try to seduce her, only to be rejected, as Eve believed that true love and intimacy could only be found in a committed relationship. One day, a mysterious man named Dr. Love arrived in Lustland. He was a renowned sexologist who claimed that he could help women unlock their hidden desires and achieve ultimate sexual satisfaction. The women of Lustland were skeptical, but they agreed to attend his seminar, hoping to learn how to control their desires better. At the seminar, Dr. Love spoke about the importance of sexual satisfaction for women and how it could lead to a happier, more fulfilling life. Eve was intrigued by his words and approached him after the seminar, asking for his help. Dr. Love agreed to take her on as a special case and began teaching her about the art of seduction and pleasure. Under Dr. Love's guidance, Eve discovered that her passion for sex was not a curse, but a blessing. She learned how to channel her desires and please her partner in bed. As her confidence grew, she began to attract the attention of the men in Lustland. However, she still believed that true love and intimacy could only be found in a committed relationship, and she refused to give herself to any of them. One day, a handsome stranger named Adam arrived in Lustland. He was a mysterious man, and the women of the village were captivated by his charm and good looks. Eve, however, was not interested in him at first, as she believed that he was just another man who would try to seduce her. As time passed, Eve and Adam grew closer, and they soon discovered that they shared a deep connection. They would spend hours talking about their lives, their dreams, and their desires. Eve found herself opening up to Adam in a way she had never done with anyone else. She told him about her passion for sex and how it had made her an outcast in her village. Adam listened to her story with understanding and empathy. He told her that he believed that sex was a natural part of life and that it could be a beautiful experience when shared with the right person. Eve was touched by his acceptance and felt a strong attraction towards him. As their relationship grew deeper, Eve and Adam began to explore their sexual desires together. Eve, with the help of Dr. Love, was able to bring Adam pleasure beyond his wildest dreams. In return, Adam showed Eve a love and intimacy that she had never experienced before. They realized that they were soulmates and that their love was destined to be. The news of Eve and Adam's relationship spread throughout Lustland, and the villagers were shocked to see that Eve, the woman who was believed to be cursed with insatiable desires, had found true love. The women of the village began to reevaluate their beliefs about sex and started to question whether it was possible for them to experience true happiness and fulfillment without giving in to their desires. Dr. Love, seeing the change in the village, decided to stay in Lustland and continue teaching the women about the importance of sexual satisfaction. He organized workshops and seminars to help the women understand their bodies and embrace their sexuality. Slowly, the village began to change, and the women started to find happiness and contentment in their lives. Eve and Adam's love story inspired the people of Lustland to break free from the shackles of tradition and embrace their true selves. The village that was once known for its conservative beliefs became a place where love, intimacy, and sexual satisfaction were celebrated. As for Eve and Adam, they lived happily ever after, proving that true love and passion could coexist. They continued to explore their desires and grow their love, becoming a shining example of the power of love and sexual fulfillment. And the people of Lustland learned that women, just like men, could not live without sex, not because it was a necessity for survival, but because it was an essential part of the human experience that could bring joy, intimacy, and happiness when shared with the right person. With time, the village of Lustland became a symbol of sexual freedom and love, attracting people from all over the world. The story of Eve and Adam reached far and wide, inspiring countless others to embrace their desires and find true love. Dr. Love continued to play a pivotal role in the transformation of Lustland. He became a respected figure in the village, and his teachings were followed by many. The women of Lustland, who once believed that they could live without sex, now understood that it was an important aspect of their lives, and they embraced it wholeheartedly. The people of Lustland learned that love and sex were not separate entities, but two sides of the same coin. They discovered that true love could only be found when one embraced their desires and connected with another person on a deep, intimate level. Eve and Adam's love story also served as a reminder that true love and passion could be found in unexpected places. Their relationship taught the people of Lustland that it was important to keep an open mind and heart when it came to love, and that sometimes the most unlikely pairings could result in the most beautiful stories. As the years went by, the village of Lustland continued to thrive, becoming a beacon of love, sex, and happiness. Eve and Adam's love story lived on, serving as a testament to the power of love, passion, and the human connection. And the people of Lustland learned that a life without sex was not only impossible, but also unfulfilling, as sex was an integral part of the human experience that could bring joy, intimacy, and ultimately, true love.
Please subscribe to my channel Lessons of Life and press the bell notification icon.